Hi, my name's Jordan Buhrs, and I'm going to be your host for the entire FIFA World Cup 2022. Before we dive into my no house advantage picks for day 11 of the World Cup, make sure you subscribe to the Odd Shoppers channel because we post daily predictions, previews, and no house advantage videos every single day here on this channel. Before we dive in, I do need to tell you a little bit about No House Advantage. They have two types of contests over there. One, which allows you to pick overs and unders and enter them into a GPP style tournament. The other, which we'll be talking about today, are props, over and under picks, which allow you to multiply your winnings up to 20x. All you have to do is use code STOCHASTIC to earn your first deposit bonus of up to $50. That's code STOCHASTIC to earn your first deposit bonus of up to $50. It'll also be linked in the description below and pinned to the first comment. Without further ado, let's get into No House Advantage over here. We're going to be going through the Australia versus Denmark game, the France versus Tunisia game, Argentina versus Poland, and Saudi Arabia versus Mexico. Now, let me just show you how this works. I do have a couple selected here. But if we go down and we select 3 down here, let's make it 4 today. You can see that it goes all the way up to 11x. What this means is that if you hit all 4 of these props, overs and unders, depending on what they've given you, in this case, it's passes, over 60.5 passes, under 73.5 passes. But as you can see, if you put $100 in here, your payout is $1,100. Obviously, the more players you pick, the more difficult it is to hit because the odds increase, and vice versa. So if we cancel these out here, like I said, we're going to be taking a look first at the Australia versus Denmark game. Now, Denmark need a win here to secure 4 points, and depending on what happens in the other game, they'll be able to go through. All Australia need here is a draw or a win to go through. So a lot to play for in these games in match day 3, and I think it's going to be tight, it's going to be cagey, and it's going to be feisty. Obviously, Denmark haven't been in great form. Their defense has looked a little bit weak, and they haven't really had that goal threat needed to win a World Cup. So I'm a little bit worried about this Denmark side. Australia, on the other hand, we saw them get a 1-0 win. We saw them go down 4-1 to France, that 1-0 win over Tunisia. To be fair, was quite lucky, but I do think Australia will be up for this game. I didn't think Australia had a chance of qualifying for the knockout stages before the competition, but who knows? Maybe they can get it done against Denmark here. I'm actually not going to be looking at any Denmark players just because Olsen hasn't been in good form. He's only played 1 game, so I'm not willing to risk going for over or under 1.5 there. Eriksen, I'm just not sure if he's going to pitch up or not. Christensen, same deal. But who I have picked out of this Denmark-Australia game is Duke. Now, Duke in his last 2 games has averaged 60 minutes per game with 1 shot on target per game and 1 goal in 2 games. So going for over 0.5 shots on goal does seem pretty wise here. He will get an opportunity, like I said, when Denmark and Tunisia played, they played out a 0-0 draw. And Tunisia probably should have won that game. They had opportunities, but they just didn't put the ball in the back of the net. I do think Australia are a feisty team that if given the opportunity, they will capitalize. So I think it is sensible to go for the over 0.5 shots on goal from Duke. He does get into good positions and he will be up front there. Then the next game we need to look at is France taking on Tunisia. Sorry, beg your pardon. But as you can see, they have given us weird players here. The only one that really jumps out at me is Griezmann over here. He's going to start. I know France probably will rotate a couple of players, but they will keep their strike men like Griezmann and Mbappe. I'm not sure if Griezmann's going to start or Giroud is going to start, beg your pardon. But Griezmann has played 90 minutes, averaged 90 minutes out of both games. He's averaged 2.5 shots per game. So for me, taking him at over 1.5 shots against this Tunisia team, who I think France are going to beat quite comfortably. France have already qualified for the knockout stages, where Tunisia need a win and a whole lot of other things to happen in the other game for them to go through. So for me, I do think France get this done quite comfortably. I think they score a couple of goals. Mbappe is in great form already with 3 goals and an assist. I'm actually a little bit sad that he isn't on this list. But Griezmann at over 1.5 shots seems very sensible. He will get opportunities. I think he is on set pieces as well. So always opportunities for shots. And like I said, I do think France are going to win that quite comfortably. Then the next game we're going to look at is Argentina versus Poland. Now, yes, obviously I had a look at Messi, but over or under 3.5 shots is pretty risky. He normally takes about 3 to 4 shots in a game. So that 3.5 number, I don't really like. Martinez, I don't really like going for the passes because that's more of a guess than the shots would be. Dybala, I don't think is starting. Di Maria, also not sure about that one. So who I have looked at is Lewandowski. Now, to be fair, he wasn't very good in their first game, but he did come back and score a goal in their second game. I do think Robert Lewandowski, he's on penalties as well. Obviously, Poland, they're at the top of the pool at the moment, so a win here would secure them a spot. Argentina also need a win, so this is, again, an all-to-play-for type of game. I do think Argentina will just win this. I think Poland will get on the scoreboard. I'm thinking Argentina win it 2-1, 3-1, something like that. But I do think Lewandowski will get opportunities. He's averaged 90 minutes in the last 2 games. He's averaged 3.5 shots per game and 1.5 shots on target. Like I said, he's also the penalty taker for Poland. So he should be able to get over 0.5 shots on goal. Let me just say this. If he doesn't get over 0.5 shots on goal, then that would mean Poland would probably get thrashed 4-5-0, something like that. I do think Poland will get a goal, and I do think Robert Lewandowski will be in the positions to capitalize on those chances. Then the last player we're going to look at might surprise you. It's Dosari, who plays for Saudi Arabia. Now, Saudi have a chance to qualify for the knockout stages. I never thought I'd be saying that come match day 3. After their 2-1 win over Argentina, they've set themselves up really, really well. Obviously, they lost 2-0 to Poland, but Mexico have not been in good form. They haven't scored a goal yet in the World Cup, and to be honest, they just haven't clicked. Saudi have a chance to qualify. If they win, they go through. It's as simple as that, and I think they're going to absolutely throw the kitchen sink at it. It is an upset that I have predicted today in my daily predictions and previews, so if you want to go check that video out, make sure to do so. But Dosari, he's averaged 90 minutes per game. He's averaged 2.5 shots per game, and he's averaged 2 shots on target per game. So when he shoots, he puts it on target. So expect him to probably get a goal. But Dosari, I think against this Mexican side who aren't in form, they're basically out. They need a lot of things to happen for them to go through. But Saudi Arabia and Dosari, I think, get 1 or 2 goals here and secure their space in the knockout stages. So for me, I think it's pretty obvious that we should go for over 1.5 shots for Dosari. Then just to wrap it up, let's see what all the things we've done. We've gone for Duke, over 0.5 shots on goal. We've gone for Griezmann, over 1.5 shots. We've gone for Lewandowski, over 0.5 shots on goal. And we've gone for Dosari at over 1.5 shots. As you can see, the multiplier has gone up to 11x. If we hit all of these prop picks, we get $1,100 in payout. Guys, it's as easy as that. I do think today we're in for a lot of upsets, especially in the Australia-Denmark game and the Saudi Arabia-Mexico game. Before you leave, make sure you subscribe to the Odd Shoppers channel because we post daily predictions, previews, and No House Advantage videos on this channel. Also, make sure you guys use code STOCHASTIC to earn your first deposit bonus of up to $50. That's code STOCHASTIC to earn your first deposit bonus of up to $50, or click the link in the description. As always, my name's Jordan Buhrs, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.